everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Cardinals going up against the Bengals.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Cincinnati Bengals. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Tuck it and run. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big 3rd down play there for the Bengals. 49 yards. And now first down following that long gain. They go play action here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So 2nd and 10 here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now this time he'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now the offense operates in the red zone. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Here we go.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Now to return, this is David Johnson. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
His throw incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And it's second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 2nd and 10, Smith. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going for the deep ball. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Again, it's Johnson. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Here's Smith to throw again. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll go down at the 28. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll be third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play. But if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing on third down. Smith. It's caught. Nelson. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, and they've got it here with a first down. And this seemingly endless drive continues. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
To Johnson again. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
To throw here. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. An extra DB added here for the Cards on third.
Blitzer play coverage.
Here we go. What?
They're going to look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's got some space here. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down, Johnson. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded just inside the 30. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Around the NFL, an update from a game going on down in Tampa. And the Texans, they have scored again and moved in front by a couple of touchdowns. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. They go to Johnson again. And some room to work. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Here's Smith now on second down. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Smith, screen play, Johnson. And now running right through it. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Okay, some people call it the shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass, but this worked really well. And it's hard to do in the NFL because of the big bodies that tend to clog up the middle of the field. But the execution was excellent there, able to get it done and get upfield for big yardage.
They'll run it with Johnson into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
They run with Logan, and he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are in for 6. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 8. Meanwhile, a second quarter score from Carolina. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 15. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
after the interception. Here's Smith. Over the middle here to Brown. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
On third down, Smith. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Throwing now is Gino. This is taken in by Chad Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. Thank you, LR. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Around the NFL, second quarter down in Tampa. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. To throw on second down is Smith. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. 23 yards on the play.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage. And that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Second down following the run. They'll run it here with Logan. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
To throw on third down, Smith dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll get it down here to the 43. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Come on, let's go.
They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Meyer. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken in at the 11. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Elsewhere, they have gone to the second half in Carolina. And the Rams have scored to move in front. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Finding some room at midfield. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. And spins away. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side complete. It's Meyer. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Let's go! They'll look to throw now on first down. Steps away to his left. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Elsewhere, they have gone to the second half in Carolina. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And it'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On second down, here's Smith. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Underneath for Johnson. A huge play there for Arizona. 42 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Elsewhere, they have gone to the second half in Carolina. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. On 1st and 10, Smith. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Meyer. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Here we go. Ohio.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Another nice gain, 16 yards there at a first down again.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll look to throw. Caught Eifert over the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Roger Lewis, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bifema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw, Smith. He's going to wind up in air and got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Eluding, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Geno. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Elsewhere, a 4th quarter score now from Tampa. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Second and goal from the 1. Here's Johnson. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's third and goal. And this offense on third down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is third and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. David Johnson, his third touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. They're on to the fourth quarter now, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their second on the young season. And he's able to put it through. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it. He's got him in. Complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there for the Bengals. 42 yards. Now back to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Throw now on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Come on, let's go! Flex round! Flex round!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted.
Here we go! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think about trying to dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
That's caught at the 2. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Elsewhere, a 4th quarter score now from Tampa. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. Well, Charles, an absolutely thrilling finish there at the end, down to the final play. Got it close to the goal line, but couldn't punch it in.
How much fun was that ending, though, for us?
We were standing up.
I had to. You had to get out of your seat for that one. That close to the goal line? Oh, that was fun.
So for the Cardinals, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.